Okay, hello everyone. If you are familiar with my channel, today we're going to be doing something different. Today we're going to be talking about a scary myth that lies in Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Now this myth is something that game myth. I haven't seen this in any kind of game except for Red Dead Redemption. I don't know if you guys know any other myths like this, but this one has to be the scariest. So today we're going to be talking about this strange man in Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. So what makes this myth scary is he's just so mysterious, and he first makes his appearance in Red Dead Redemption 2, but he makes a different appearance in Red Dead Redemption 1. He's very strange, and he likes to like watch over the character kind of, but in a different way. It's kind of like he's there, but he's not there. So he first makes his appearance in Red Dead Redemption 1. So right now I'm going to show you the clip.
Hello, John.
So here you go.
John Marston.
Do I know you?
I hope so. I seem to know you.
I'm pretty good at remembering faces.
Are you? Do you remember Hattie McCourt's face?
Who?
She was a girl Dutch Vanderlyn shot in the head on that raid on the ferry a few years back. Same one you got shot on. Pretty girl. Till her eye was hanging out by a threaded tendon and her brain was plastered over a wall.
Not really.
Then why would you remember me, friend? You've forgotten far more important people than me.
What's your game, friend?
I don't have a game, John. Listen, sometimes I just wish I'd known more about life. Wish I'd had better guidance. A friend of mine was drunk as a skunk in a saloon on Thieves' Landing. I think he's gonna be unfaithful to his dear wife. Why don't you head over there and see if you can advise him how best to proceed?
What do you think I am?
I know what you are, John. Just if you've got the time, friend.
Yeah, pretty creepy, right? Now, the reason why I say is he makes his first appearance in Red Dead Redemption 2 is because, well, that game takes place before 1, but 1 came out first. Anyways, that's besides the point. Some people even think that this could be the devil, though, and the reason why I say this is because how does he know so much about your character? But he always names a lot of bad things that you've done, and I'll show more clips of him and how to make this proof believable, because it really is. So the strange man knows a lot of bad things about you and wants you to do good, but he also gives you a choice to go do bad. So there's also another stranger outside Armadillo, and he is also people think he also put a curse on Armadillo. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you this interaction with this other stranger that thinks the same thing, and he makes a really good valid point, and people have seen him around Armadillo. Anyways, without that to be said, I'm going to show you the stranger.
Partner.
Sit a spell if you're inclined. So, not sure you passed through Armadillo at all. Place like hell on earth these days. Used to be quite a nice little town, too. Now it's just dust storms and disease and death. They're taking the burning bodies because they can't bury them fast enough. I mean, when you see it, it really feels like something biblical. And I ain't a religious man. Really, it's a sight to behold. I certainly ain't never read the Bible on account of me not reading and all, but for a place to turn like that, so bad and so fast, you can't help but thinking, this can't be of natural causes. Folk there are calling it a curse. And I ain't a superstitious man, but it's hard not to see it any other way. They're saying this figure appears sometimes there in the distance, black suit and big top hat, then disappears, shadowy, like he ain't of this mortal realm. The Reaper and his Sunday best. Maybe they're being punished for sins or something, I don't know. I got enough sins on my tally to figure I'm gonna stay well away from there. And I ain't a betting man, but I'd put my money on this. Way things are, won't be long before Tumbleweed is the only town left in these parts, and there won't be nothing in Armadillo but ghosts. Well, while I still got my health, guess I should get some work done.
So as you guys can see exactly from what that guy said, it seems like people are blaming the strange man for putting a curse on Armadillo, because as you guys know, there's a cholera outbreak in the town of Armadillo. So people are saying that he put the outbreak on the town, and here's the reason why they think. So if you guys go to Armadillo and you guys go to the local shop, you know, where you get all your stuff at, if you go talk to the guy inside, he has a picture of the strange man right behind him, okay? And if you kill the guy, or, lasso him and, just get him on the ground, and you try to, loot him or whatever, if you loot him, you will pull out a piece of paper, and his daughter seems to be talking about how, her dad, which is the shopkeeper, is mad at her because she married a Jewish man, and I think they're trying to set up, an adoption place or whatever, something like that, to take care of, orphans. I forgot what it was. And it seems like the shopkeeper is mad. So people are figuring that, well, maybe he made a deal with the strange man to deal with this, but in return, or whatever, what deal they made, it seems like people around him, the shopkeeper, are getting sick to make the guy suffer. That's what a lot of people believe, and that's what I believe. So, as you guys can see, the other guy that that was on the mountain that you can talk to talks about this whole situation, which just makes it more creepier, because he says that, the guy faded away like a shadowy kind of character, which, in my opinion, that's kind of creepy. So, there is more proof about the strange man being the devil. Like I said, if you go to, I didn't say this before, but if you actually go to the strange man's shack, that's right, he has his own shack. It's somewhere near roads. I'm not gonna show it because, I just don't feel like it right now, but if it's somewhere near roads, you guys can look up the location. If you guys go to this actual location, though, you can find strange paintings all around his shack, inside his shack. He has, a painting of himself, which progresses through the story. As long as you, the more you play along, the more the painting will be finished of him. It's a portrait of himself. Also, you can see, weird poetry around that seems to be based on the story of the game, more the story of you. You can have strange interactions with other people and the story missions, and literally the poems will be written about those interactions with those people. So the poems always change on what kind of side you took. I think it's about a guy named Jimmy Brooks that you actually meet in Valentine whenever you first get there. So pretty creepy. So if you choose to kill the man, you'll always have a different outcome. If you choose to save the man, you will also have a different outcome. So man is definitely pretty creepy. He seems to know a lot about you. But I think that it's not just him looking after you. I think he has other people looking after you, because, well, he also sends John Marston to look after other people, to help people, or to do bad to the other person. So that's what I'm saying. What if he has other minions helping him, spy on your character? Or maybe he just, like I said, shadowy figure spying on you. So it's always pretty creepy how this man knows a lot of things about you. And if you come back when the portrait is fully finished, you will literally, if you go to the mirror that's in the corner of the shack, the strange man will literally be standing right behind you, but when you turn around, he's not there. He's only in the reflection of the mirror. Just disappears like that. So that also sounds really familiar, because, like I said, whenever we talk to the stranger on the mountain near Armadillo, he says, you can see him sometimes in the distance, but he will, fade away like a shadowy figure. Now, maybe if you look at him in the mirror and you turn around, maybe he just disappears. It's really, really creepy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely creepy. So I'm also going to show you another clip of the strange man and how weird he acts, just to give you more proof why I believe, he has other people looking after you, and he has like a whole group of people that worship him, but John is one of the ones that don't, but still go to see what the side missions are. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna go ahead and show you another clip of proof on why I think he has other people looking after you, and why he has other people, doing different things for him, and making deals with them, or telling them, if you do not do this, you will have a bad outcome whenever you pass away. So here I am going to go ahead and show you another interaction with him in Red Dead Redemption 1. This one's kind of scarier than the first, but I'll just let you decide on whether it's creepy or not. Here you guys go.
Welcome to Nuevo Paraiso, John.
Where do I know you from?
You're famous, John. You're the man who shot a bunch of banditos as soon as he turned up in this country. You're a man who decided right and wrong, between a man and death, between a man and his wife.
And who are you?
I admire you, John. I hope my boy turns out just like you.
For your sake, I hope you don't.
But why are you faithful to your wife if you pay a man to sleep with whores?
I'll let the appropriate authorities judge my morality, friend.
Yes, you will. And they shall. Anyway, I hear that an old nun is traveling from the monastery, taking the money she raised in the bank. Why don't you head up there and see if you can lend her a hand? Road's full of thieves. Either that or rob her yourself. I'll see you around, John.
I hope you don't.
And if that doesn't say he's watching over you, he's kind of like judging you on what you do. It's kind of like if you make bad decisions on any kind of like task he sends you on, well then he knows about it. Nobody knows how, but he will tell you whether you did bad or not. Just like he told John, how are you faithful to your wife, but you paid somebody to sleep with someone else. So that's exactly why I believe that he sends you on tasks and judges you on whether you're good or not, and he will do something to you. So for the last cutscene, it's kind of more creepy because there's also like a not subliminal, but well, I guess for the game it's subliminal, but it's really creepy because in the cutscene it's basically predicting John's and uncle and also John's wife's death, or the death count of the family. So it's kind of creepy. He shoots at the man 3 times, and at the end of their whole Red Dead series, 3 of the people die. It's really creepy. I'm going to show you the last clip, and then I guess we can go ahead and sum things up and on what you guys believe or what I believe, who the strange man is, and what he really does. And then if you guys want me to do a part 2, I will definitely do a part 2 if you guys want me to. But here you guys go. I'm gonna show you the other clip.
There's a beautiful spot.
Sure. What are you doing here?
My accounts. I'm an accountant.
Is that so?
In a way.
What's your name?
It's the darndest thing. I can't remember.
Tell me your damn name and where you know me from.
Well, I know you from Mexico. I know you from back out west. Hell, I know you from all over.
Tell me your name or I won't be responsible for my actions.
Oh, but you will. You will be responsible. This is a fine spot. See you around, cowboy.
Damn you!
Yes, many have.
Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is, if you guys heard what he was saying, you will be responsible for your actions. Now, in my opinion, I don't think he's talking to John. I think he's, well, obviously talking to John, but I think he's morely talking to the player. He judges the player on what, decisions they make. If they make a bad decision or if they make a good decision, you know what I mean? So if you make a good decision, well, then he'll tell you, whether you did good or bad. Or if you did a bad decision, well, we will just tell you did bad. You know what I mean? So it seems like I said though, it seems like he does this to more people, not just a player. You know, what if, you know, after you told the guy, and you know, what's it called, the thief's place, you know, to sleep with the woman. What if, you know, days later, the strange man, you know, went up to the guy and says, hey, you were unfaithful to your wife. You know, I mean, you shouldn't listen to the person that, you know, approached you. You know what I mean? You know, I told you that, you know, you should make more good decisions. And now, you know, a bad outcome would come for you. That's how I see it. So like I said, I think he's more of a devil, you know, more of the devil, more like, you know, I think he's probably Lucifer of the game, because, you know, he's like, if you did something bad, he mocks you for it, and he brings you down for it. And he knows a lot about you, but it seems like you've never met him before, and the character's never met him before. So that's the strange part about it. So he's just a strange man. That's all we really know about him. But like I said, what makes it so strange is we know nothing about him, but he knows everything about us. He knows our past. He kind of knows our future. He gives us decisions. You know, he wants us to do good, but then he says, well, you could do bad if you want. It seems like he's, you know, letting the player, you know, do whatever they want, but he wants you to do good. But then he can also gives you a decision to do bad. It's weird. You know nothing about this man. He knows everything about you, and wants to give you decisions. You know, tells, you know, you're doing bad, but, you know, you could also keep doing bad, or you can do good, or just do bad all in all. Doesn't matter. This man is really strange. You know, I wish we could know more about him. It seems like this character's name is actually Jose. Funny, because there's also another Jose in the game, but forgot his last name, but the strange man's name is actually Jose. You know, so, yeah. His name is Jose. It's kind of, you know, a weird name, because, you know, it doesn't seem like it fits him. And this man is just really weird. I don't know what else to say about him. He's only spotted in these games really little. Besides you going to a shack, there's nothing else about him. You can't do any more missions for him. That's all we know about the strange man. And who knows, maybe he is Satan, and the Red Dead Redemption map is just hell, and your character is trapped there while he watches over you and judges you and what you do. And maybe there is no escape from the strange man. But then again, it is strange, because all the side missions that you have to do for him, they're all the same name, and they all state the same exact thing, even though you don't know him. Literally, all the missions that you have to do for him are named I Know You. So, make your judgment down in the comments, but I believe there's something else with this man.